Opinions, viewpoints, and beliefs presented on this program do not necessarily reflect those of the management, the affiliates and broadcast partners, or the sponsors. Listener discretion is advised.
Scarefest Radio, the radio you can see.
And hello everyone, and welcome to another fun-filled episode of Scarefest TV. I am your host, Wes Forsyth. The original broadcast date is August 19th, 2022. That puts us about 60-ish days out. That puts us right in 2 months away from the Scarefest, America's premier horror and paranormal convention. I am joined tonight by my lovely and talented co-host, Claire Heaney. Hello, Claire.
Thanks for having me back.
Well, I talked over you the entire episode last week, so I thought I kind of owed you
You
one.
did.
Anyway, well, tonight you got nothing to say. She goes, "Wow, these notes are really short." So everybody, tonight what we're doing is we finished up, we met and we finished up our speaker announcements for Scarefest 2022 this week. Don't have as many as we had last week because math is hard. But anyway, we do have several, over like six or eight. I don't know, something like that. I'm gonna sneak in a celebrity announcement at the 30-minute mark, and I hope Brandon and Nicole are watching right now. There's a little shit because they told me they didn't have anybody. But what I've done, we had somebody that was put on the website, didn't actually get announced. Someone announced it because I'm a hell of a nice guy. I'm hoping that we have viewers tonight because Facebook was awfully quiet, or at least it said it was quiet. I thought it was quiet. I didn't get my little pings, and then I look at my notifications, and everything says all my notifications right now are from 2 days ago. God, it's a great time to be alive. And they want self-driving cars.
It's like pigeon mail, or like the mail carrying Facebook pigeons.
It's once again, it is amazing what technology can do. Anyway, so our feed goes out tonight. Our Twitter feed seems to have been we've actually been getting as many viewers, at least for maybe not the entire show. People have tuned in on Twitter, which makes me happy because that's just me being the attention whore that I am. It gets me out there just a little bit more. Anyway, and I can't think of anything else I need to tell them except I'm going to rehash everything I hashed. Rehash everything I hashed. Last week, the events and special, because we got the meeting Sunday night. I love having an entire day of meetings. Anyway, I got a meeting Sunday night. We're going to try to hammer out some more details on the on some of the special events you can look for at the Scarefest. And I see Jake Godbold is out of Facebook jail for the day. Probably just a work release because I know he'll be back in there in a day or two. Anyway, so he's in our chat room tonight. So if you got any questions in the chat room, just feel free. Yes, Jake, I fixed the sound issues. They were on my end. So now, when we show the banners, you will be able to hear us. Thank you for bringing that to our attention, and thank you so much for bringing that. That happened last week. I'm just going to leave it in the show. Okay, let's go ahead. Our first announcement of the evening. Beverly McChesney is coming back with her psychic gallery. So, she used to have a fancy name for it. It was Adventures from the Universe. Okay, Claire, tell us about Beverly.
Alright, so this is going to be a gallery wherein Beverly uses her psychic and channeling gifts to bring information to the guest. everyone gets to ask questions and get them answered. That's it.
Okay, two things. I based this week's speaker announcements. First, I thought it was just on really shitty photographs. Nobody, and I don't mean nobody in tonight's thing has good headshots. I mean, they post plenty of photos there, but it's like I told that woman. I'll tell while we announce them. I'll tell the story on his photo. But yeah. I asked somebody to sit, and first of all, a couple of them sent me black and white photos. I hate black. I live in a world of color. If I wanted black and white, I'll green. Anyway, okay, yeah, Beverly's, galleries they've been very popular at Scarefest, and she's been doing them very regularly down to the Central Kentucky Municipal Market. Two packed houses, by the way. Packed houses. So if you're interested in we'll call it an introduction to the Psychic Gallery. It's very laid back. She just, she asks for questions from the audience and doesn't put you on blast, as they like to say. So it's a very neat little thing she does. And, because she's talking to the universe, who am I to say she's wrong? I've never actually caught her being wrong. But you can ask her, I'll put it this way, as far as I know with her galleries, you can ask her as intimate, as personal, let's not say intimate, let's say as personal of a question as you are comfortable having answered in public. Or you can ask her about Bigfoot, and maybe you never. Next up, Shane Blythe, Paranormal in Depth. Shane Blythe, Paranormal in Depth. Now, as a precursor to Claire giving me the introduction, Shane was the one that I said, Shane, okay, every photo you have, you're either making a face, or you're hugging someone, or a combination thereof. There were no, other than like some of the, like you're like 20 years old, and he's like me, 20 years ago, he's a pretty good looking buff guy. So I said, could you? So what he did, he found one he was hugging someone, I could tell, but he cropped the other person out. So that's kind of where we are there. Beverly, on the other hand. On a side note,
I saw like, this is not have to do with the speaker, but I saw like a mom who like cropped out her baby in her Facebook profile, and I was like, that's just cold. Like, I'll never forget that. So cropping it's hard to do.
Now, Beverly's picture is fine. I'm just tired of we've been using that same photo for like 6 years. And I told her, you really should get a new photo.
It's good because then like I remember like seeing it from the names from the list doesn't like spark anything, and then I see the photos, I'm like, oh, I remember them. I remember this person.
All right, tell it. Give us Shane, which I know Shane's description was like small, but just go ahead. Let's do that.
So a deeper look into paranormal, not just your who is here and what's your name. So reminding them that even living people can leave a residual imprint that could be caught in an investigation. Explain temporal anomalies. Sorry. Explain the difference between a ghost hunt and an investigation. So he does have some YouTube walkarounds on his website on parahunt.net, which I would recommend checking out.
I didn't even know he had that website. Parahunt. Yeah. I did not even know that. So I learned. I knew he used to do what was it, Paranormal Journey? He had a podcast, and most of the stuff I've seen was on that website. I might have to come heckle him though, because in that description he makes it sound like he has evidence that he can explain how temporal anomalies can happen. And I'm still waiting. That's one of those little things in the paranormal field, and that's me. That's one of those little quirks in the paranormal field that people talk about like it's a fact. Stone tape theory, that was one that was bouncing around a few years ago. And I'm like, perfect. I understand the theory, and I don't mind you pointing to it, but don't talk like that's the only explanation. But anyway, so yeah, I made us go down and just sit him on his and give him a hard time. I like asking questions people can answer. And we got that. Well, I mean, people in the chat room are talking tonight. That's good. Okay, let's go ahead because we'll be halfway through. Let's go ahead and do one more before the commercial break. We're going to do one more, and then we'll go to commercial break. If I can't stretch it out for the full 5 minutes. Next up, Joanna Dickey, Soul Retrieval by Joanna Dickey.
Awesome. All right, so in this we've got when experiencing extreme fear, violence, or long-term abuse, some believe that pieces of a person's soul leave to seek refuge. This occurs so that the person can survive, but is often left with a feeling of loss, bewilderment, and undetermined longing for fulfillment. This presentation explains the shamanic, sorry, I practiced that, shamanic healing technique of soul retrieval. Information will be provided to define who might want or need a soul retrieval, which is involved in the process, and how to obtain one. It is advised to find a well-trained shamanic practitioner to perform this ceremony, as it deals with healing a very precious gift, which is the soul.
That was a very good description.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, who was? My dear friend who passed away, Cody Chris Sutton. He was telling me we did an entire show about soul retrieval because I totally misunderstood what it was. So his description, hers was more along the lines, but it's basically, how can I put this? If it tends to become a thing when, I almost want to say PTSD. In other words, if your life problems have gotten to that point where they're affecting you and holding you back, it's something you might want to look into. I'll just throw that's a kind of a shotgun thing. Her description was the way I understand it, traumatic events in your life. You're basically little bits of your soul duck and cover. I guess that's the best way to put it. The way it was originally explained to me, now not too many shamanic practitioners, I have trouble with it too now after listening to you, practitioners, do it this way. But now I've also heard, and this gets into the whole multiverse split timelines, but and you have to believe in the whole eternal soul thing. So in other words, I've actually had people explain to me, and I'm not saying it's yes or no, but even little bits of your soul are like scattered along time. You've been here, you've been back, and whatever you picked up in your last life, you might have to fix this life. So but she's talking about things in this lifetime that it's so it should be a good talk because it's something I don't think we've ever touched on in any of our seminars, and so that will be one, Joanna Dickey, and this is her first time, if I'm not mistaken, everybody, first time presenting at the Spirit Fest. So get in there for and did you notice her picture? I didn't crop out the top.
Yeah, that's good. I'm sure she appreciates it. I'm sure the dog appreciates it too.
That's the one she uses at Central Kentucky Mystical Markets. I said, well, she likes that picture, so that's what we'll go with. Anyway, everybody, okay, commercial break. We'll be right back with some more speaker announcements.
Everyone is talking about CBD oil, and it seems like almost everyone is using it. The research is ongoing, but the apparent health benefits are overwhelming. If you're going to use CBD products, though, what brand should you buy? First, find out where the hemp was grown. Imports are flooding the market. How potent is it? Look for a brand that plainly states its concentration on the label. And look for full spectrum CBD. This means the oil contains CBD and all the other cannabinoids, terpenes, and nutrients that are found in the entire cannabis plant. Look for Blue Leaf CBD oil. Blue Leaf Naturals is a Kentucky proud company. They use only Kentucky-grown hemp, supporting Kentucky farmers and businesses. Visit their website at blueleafcbd.com now and use the code SMILE at checkout for free shipping.
And welcome back, everybody, to Scarefest TV. Little personal thing about CBD, about Blue Leaf. Now, this is what a shitty sponsor target I am. I've not had great luck with the CBD oil that you take, the drops. But I want to tell you, that CBD, the lotion, the pain lotion, that's just bomb. I do not know. You would think if one were, so apparent, but yeah.
The gummies are good.
Yeah, I've heard about the gummies.
I was taking the gummies.
I keep a bottle of the gummies at Scarefest.
Yeah. And apparently for pain, I didn't die last year, so. But yeah. Will you rub lotion on my feet if you take a bottle?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Anyway, so
That's love.
let's get on to our next 2022 seminar series announcement. Krista Tweedy and Aaron Eck. Krista Tweedy and Aaron Eck talking about demonology and metaphysics.
All right, so they speak on demonology and the paranormal as well as metaphysics. How to tell if it is a demonic haunting or not. And these ladies also have Blondes and Booze, which is a podcast which you can find on Facebook. So check that out.
Very short description.
I like it. It's a lot smoother than last week.
They were the ones that sent me the black and white photos, but they also sent me the one we used. Yeah. So, I maybe should sit down because I've went in lots of investigations, and they're talking demons, and I've never encountered anything. But who knows? As James Long said, you might be wrong. So, which isn't that a comfort? But anyway, the only thing now this is my expertise in that particular this. The only thing I've ever heard, if you go in, just start reading the Bible. They say it just pisses them off all the time.
Yeah, I bet.
Well, and had somebody, okay, let's assume that all ghosts are not demons. Assume that there are ghosts. Somebody else was saying that every time they go in there, if you want to get ghost at your house, sprinkle holy water over it. I said, you'll have a wet ghost. It's anyway. So they're Christian Tweedy, Aaron Eck, demonology and metaphysics. First time presenters at Scarefest for this year. Okay, now this one we don't have a description on, so I gotta wing it. Mick Strawn, our guest celebrity, Mick Strawn, is going to also be our featured speaker. Because he wanted to speak. He wanted to do a seminar, and I think it's about special effects. I don't think it's a Q&A. It might be a Q&A, but I think it's an actual seminar talking about how to do certain stuff. So, and if you don't know who Mick Strawn is, everybody, let's see. He, of course, he was production, what do they call that? Production designer for Nightmare on Elm Street for The Dream Master. Also, Freddy's Nightmares, a bunch of episodes of that. Leatherface, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3. And I was telling you, Claire before the show, she had no idea what I was talking about. But I was also telling Anita, I'm going to go on YouTube. The rumor is the Fantastic Four 1994 version is out there floating around on YouTube. And I want to see if it's as bad as Nick says it is. Yeah. we had him on the show. He had this whole big story about working on that, and what it was basically they were a bookmark movie production. So weird, but they had to keep the rights in the studio. They had to make that movie, so they were then that bought them enough time to make the good version that made it to theaters. And yes, everybody, I do think that the other version, the first, it's 94, 95. I thought it was pretty good. I didn't actually find it, whatever the hell it was. I thought it was pretty good. And then Claire disappointed me tonight. She told me she's not into superhero movies. So,
Yeah, I just cosplay as them.
so what are Claire, if you had to sit down,
Fraud.
what draws you into the theater? Let me put it. What makes you shell out your $12, $15 for a movie ticket and go to the theater? What type of movies?
Oh, it's been a while, but I would say like independent or like rom-coms. Like I'll go by myself and just cry.
Romantic comedy?
Yeah, like the sappy stuff, and then like I don't want anyone to see me. It's like in a dark theater, just you're in the back crying, and dip out before anyone gets up.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I don't hate romantic comedies in general, but a good one I'll like it because it's a comedy and I do like comedies. But anymore, if I hear the word romantic comedy and Ryan Reynolds isn't hitting it, I don't do it. Anyway, okay. Next up, and this is probably our last one of this patch. Zontography. Zontography is coming this year. They're coming as a featured entertainer, but they are also going to do a seminar, a speaking thing, a whatever you want to call it, about doing zombie makeup. Now, they're real cool. What drew us to them, we met them down to Bowling Green, everybody. We went to Vet City Comic Con pre-pandemic, so what? Shit, 3 years ago. God, my life has gotten away because of this damn COVID. Anyway, and they were doing their zombie makeup is cool in the fact everybody, you probably got the shit in your kitchen to do good zombie makeup. I mean, it's very, very simple. As far as buying stuff from them, they do have some really neat, they call it zombie blood, and basically it's like some type of syrup colored red, but it's bright red. My jar, though, I can't get it open. I think I need to run it under hot water. It's set too long. But it does. It looks like blood, and they say it tastes really good. I didn't even need to take a big swig of it. But anyway, they bring some people done up in makeup. You can stop by their booth all day, and for a small sum, they will do you in makeup and make you look like a zombie. And then they're also going to do a seminar on looking like a zombie. And so that's what I got there.
I work at a haunted house, and sometimes we'll do like zombie stuff. And I don't know, I've like tried like wine stains, and they don't work very well. Like no, like my zombie looks horrendous. She just looks like a drunk. Oh.
Well, I mean,
grinds.
We may need to send her to that seminar.
Yes.
Exactly. I will be there.
Yes.
Wine. Had not put the two together. I'll come out and say I had not equated.
Clearly, it doesn't work. Pinterest failed me.
Jake, okay, now Jake, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you put back in Facebook here. You're in the chat room insulting me. Says I look like a zombie. Some nights I do. And I think my eyes are a little less hooded tonight. I've been sleeping really well this week. Not anybody cares. I realize that. Just saying. I was going to. Oh, okay. Who in the chat room has either been watching it on Netflix or is familiar with the NBC show Blacklist. Has anybody been watching Blacklist? Are you fans of Blacklist? I came across this on Netflix, and it is almost the only thing Anita and I have watched for what, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I did watch the documentary about revenge porn, the most hated gun on the internet. I thought that was fairly interesting, and I did take a pause today, or was it yesterday, to watch She-Hulk. And it's got promise. It's got promise.
I thought it was funny.
Well, yeah, but to me it was better than Ms. Marvel, and they talked like that was the best things to bake bread. Or sliced bread. That goes way back. Anyway, that goes way back.
You're showing your age.
Yeah, and, yeah, thanks. But Blacklist, it's a crime drama, everybody. And James Spader plays basically the lead criminal. Oh, he's an anti-hero. That's what I should say. He's an anti-hero. And I want to tell you people, that man can act. He sucks you into his character so deeply that I'll put it this way, anytime I can watch a movie and I'm on the side of the gangster, the international gangster, yeah, that's probably pretty good acting. Okay, tell you what, since this isn't going anywhere, we'll go ahead. We're going to do our next commercial just a few minutes early. When I come back, we'll start hashing through all the stuff we need to talk about for Scarefest 2022. And one celebrity announcement. You might have noticed it on the website. You might not have, but I'm going to throw that your way, and we'll be right back.
Spirit Mechanics is here to help. Their background includes many different specialties across the metaphysical spectrum, including alchemy, shamanism, Celtic witchcraft, angelic magic, astral travel, and more.
With over 30 years combined experience in the group, you can be confident in their ability to help. If there is a question you have that you cannot answer, they will do their best to assist you.
Metaphysics can be intimidating, confusing, and unfortunately, abused. Spirit Mechanics takes pride in being selfless in the pursuit of helping others, being humble and honest with their clients about their questions, and lastly, maintaining a professional and personable atmosphere. They want you to feel as you are coming to a close friend, and they will do everything in their power to make you comfortable and safe.
And welcome back, everybody. Guess who's coming to Scarefest this year? We've got Kayla Perkins. Now, not all of you's going to know who she is, but I want to tell you, she's coming to Scarefest damn near every year. She is a very popular Kentucky actress. I'm assuming, as much as she's done, she's got 58 acting credits to her name, and surely she just didn't hang out at a soda shop in Lexington to get all those parts. That being said, I enjoyed what I've seen of her work. She goes back all the way to 2005, but she's oh gosh, I should have pulled up the notes on next week. I've got some people that she's in a movie that they're making, and they're coming on the show next week. And dumbass me didn't write it down to tell you what the movie is that we're talking about next week. I'll just look at her IMDb and see if it's... Nope, don't see it on there. Oh well. Hello. Kayla Perkins, everybody. The lovely and talented Kayla Perkins is coming to Scarefest this year. I want to talk about a couple of our sponsoring vendors. Okay, first we're going to talk about Riverstone Cottage. Riverstone Cottage, your one-stop shop for easy, high-end, do-it-yourself home decor. I don't really know what they bring to Spirit Fest, but I don't think this is their first rodeo, and because they're a sponsoring vendor, that means that they must be pretty confident in our ability to bring them business on the floor, as you said. But anyway, Riverstone Cottage. Now, this is the part I'm going to have trouble with because I'm not even sure how you pronounce the name of the website they use. Chalkcouture.com, CHLKCOUTURE.com/Jamie Springman. I'm going to assume you can navigate there, or easy way. Go to ScareFestWeekend.com, click on the Featured Vendors link, and you can check out what they have online. That is Riverstone Cottage. Now, and we're honored to actually have the man in our chat room tonight. Jason McLeod. Jason McLeod is one of our sponsoring vendors this year. He is the author of the Dark Siege series of books. And we've got a couple of them.
I've read them. They're awesome books, and you can't put them down, and don't read them before you try to go to sleep.
I, on the other hand, no time to read. I read one of them.
I have read them.
I think it was Dark Siege. I think it was the original.
He's a very talented author.
But so, Jason McLeod, darksiege.com, DARKSIEGE.com. You can check out his list of books that he's authored. And like I said, I can get there basically. Jason Wood paranormal thrillers. I realize they're based on true stuff, but is that the genre you'd want to claim on that? Yeah, Christy, we got. I think all of those autographed.
Yeah.
Okay, because
I get
we
all
bought them all at Scarefest when he's been there, so they
yeah.
probably all are. Anyway, so Jason McLeod, Dark Siege series of books, check them out, and he will be at the Scarefest, and also he'll be doing a speaker engagement, so you can actually hear a little bit of the story about his. I guess it's his latest one, and so we got that going on. Okay, now. Back to Scarefest 2022. Everybody, horror trivia. The first, I'll say it, the first launch party that we ever really got traction. Now, the last one before we did horror trivia, that we had down to the Skybar, was not bad. Except for the band that thought that the room was Rupperina. And that's just me showing my age. They were too damn loud. Other than that, it was a great party. But now we're doing horror trivia Thursday night at Lex Live. Local trivia action presents it for us, and they're sign up start at 6:30 p.m. The trivia will run from 7 to 9 p.m. maybe longer. Jake, you're the big dog. Did they end pretty much on time last year, or do we have to run long? Jake, of course, is the main man, the hero.
He's the one to beat.
Yeah, he's the one to beat. He's I thought about joining this team just to sit there and drink all night, but I wasn't sure I could be there for the entire. But horror trivia, if you want to get out a day early, if you can come to Lexington, if you're in the area, or you want to just make a little bit longer weekend of it, come down Thursday night, October 20th, 2022, for horror trivia. And it was, it's big crowd. I got to post some photos of it. That's the only thing we didn't get a lot of pictures of. But I did find some. I'll be updating the website with those pictures. But yeah, horror trivia. Expo and tickets. And I think we got 5 teams, and only one team that I know of, nobody said anything, has sold out, and that was Kane Hodders. But we got R.M. Hyloff, Steve Nappy, Tom Matthews, and just added in the last week or so, Rob Mello. So if you want to spend, this is basically an hour of quality Would it be sexist, Claire? Very quickly, is it sexist for me to say a man time, even though it's open for me to do it? Is that sexist? I mean,
I wouldn't say that.
I mean, it's macho. It's butch. It's macho. And but I don't want to offend anybody. So if you want to delicately throw axes, then whatever. Anyway, but yeah, throw axes with killers. Tickets are on sale, and this event will sell out. Now, last year we had 9 teams, and it did not admittedly sell out until the night of the event. But with 5 teams, if you're wanting to do this, I suggest you go ahead and get in there because between the rave reviews and having a smaller venue this year, we cut the teams back, not because we couldn't get people to do it, but because the new venue that they've opened up is not as, well, I'll just say, we couldn't rent the entire facility, so we had to block off part of it, and five stanchions, 5 stalls, whatever they call them, stanchions, that's a milk counter, stalls, 5 stalls for axe throwing was what worked out in the block. So that's why we were 5. Now, some people have already been asking about the Scream Queen bowling on the following night. No, the same night, it's on the following night. That's our big thing on Friday. Except for, let's go ahead and talk about this and then I'll have that Scream Queen. Karaoke also on Friday night, starting at actually the same time, but it will run probably until Scarefest the next day. No, it'll run to probably 2 a.m. till the bar throws us out. Basically, that's the rule on that. And yes, I hate to give you more credit. This is something Jake Todd told. And to a lesser degree, Eric Morrison begged for like 4 years. But we finally tried it and went over big. And I'll put it this way. I was sitting over on the bench at the Hyatt, and those people were still singing. I was ready for a bit. Scarefest after party on Friday. Karaoke is our featured thing actually at the venue, and it is, yes, everybody, it is free to the public to get in there. Now, I do want to throw in about the Scream Queen bowling. Tickets are not on sale yet because we still have, I don't think we ever got confirmation on our last 2 teams. So we're trying to get that knocked out so that this next week or so we can have karaoke tickets on sale. And this will be where you... Oh, and everybody, Linnea Quigley, despite breaking her leg, is still going to do Scream Queen bowling. So you can still join her team.
She rocks.
She's not going to bowl. She's going to sit there and coach or whatever the hell. I don't know. What are you doing, Bo? Hold the ashtray. That's what we used to do. Anyway, but yeah, that's she does still want to be a part of the event, so we're deciding whether to just sign up 6 people instead of 5, or have somebody bowl for her as a prize. We're still working that out exactly how we want to do that, but that's A, what a swell person she is, and B, shows how much fun they had, because she did it last year, and she had that much fun that she wanted to make sure that she was still going to be a part of it, despite her broken tibia? I don't know.
Might have been her femur.
Femur? I don't know. It was in her leg. I do know that. I know it was in her leg. And the x-ray looked like it was right at her knee. So.
How did you see her x-ray?
She posted it.
Oh, okay.
I'm a stalker and I hacked it. I went online and I hacked it. No, she posted. She came on and posted her x-ray. What do you mean? How did I see her x-ray? Yeah.
I thought maybe that was part of the explanation that I can't go bowling, but here's proof that I can't bowl.
I hang out in airports and sit by the screen. So yeah, bowling tickets, yeah. We're hoping to get those on sale because, as I keep telling them at the Scarefest head office, no one will give you money until you ask for it. And Scream Queen bowling, we are trying to what's the word I'm looking for? Nurture that event into something big. We hope that will grow just like Axpo and be as popular. And now, Lexington's biggest Halloween costume extravaganza, the name that's too long to remember, but it is our Halloween party, will be on Saturday night. Now, DJ Trey will be doing his thing. Wiki Beard will be doing, we're still trying to figure out how we want to fit in the costume judging, because we're going to do part of it on the floor at the convention, but we are going to have something costume-wise presented there. Of course, now that's when the night of the Scream Queen bowling, and we're still going to work in the horror drag show. So there's still a lot of stuff we got to work out for that night. But here's the deal, people. There is a VIP area. The corner bar will be VIP. It'll be the VIP party, but nothing's going to be in there when you go over there at 8 o'clock. It's just the VIP area. It's just a separate bar. We don't have any entertainment planned at this time. So, everybody who last year said, "Oh, it's too crowded in the VIP party," guess what? We got the rest of the freaking building. So, go over there after the con on Saturday and enjoy Lexington's biggest Halloween costume extravaganza on Saturday night. We are still taking, and we are still getting staff applications. We are still getting staff applications. If you would like to volunteer to be a part of Scarefest staff and be a part of something big, be a part of something bigger than yourself, bigger than me, bigger than Claire, just big. Anyway, we are still taking applications. We are coming down to the wire. I think we'll probably take another month. After that, it gets kind of iffy because we need to actually show you and teach you what we need you to do. Now, if you're watching this and you are on the staff and you've already volunteered, yes, we have a staff meeting Sunday. You should have heard, you should hear today or tomorrow from your team leaders. But I emailed all my people today. I've already heard back from one or two of them. Katie Followell can't be there Sunday. She will be at the liquor store. I just leave
with
it
her
at that.
family.
Yeah, with her family. She's going to buy beer and go to a family reunion or something. No,
we just made that up.
Yeah. No. Well, she said she had a
family engagement and then something about the liquor store.
Yeah, she had a work staff meeting.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you work at a liquor store. I mean, what the hell? What kind of staff meetings does liquor bar need? Probably more fun than ours. But anyway, so that's Sunday. You should have an email. It'll be in the Facebook staff group. Details on it. And so keep that in mind. If you want to mention the Scarefest Horror Film Festival, I got entries like this week. Yep. So we're still pulling down entries. You've got to the end of the month, the end of August. Get your Scarefest Horror Film Festival entries in. And we'll go ahead and give a plug to the Central Kentucky Mystery Market. Now, it's not coming up till September 24th and 25th. But the reason I wanted to bring it up, keep that in mind, because that will be the last one you can go to until November, because we don't have them in October because we're too damn busy. There. I ate up 15 minutes of that shit, Claire.
It was important information. Like, gotta write it down on the calendar.
Yeah, and part of the reason I do that is because I'm the one right now responsible for answering all of these Scarefest page private messages. And if there's any way that they happen to be watching, and I don't have to answer the same damn question one extra time, it's worth it. It's worth it, everybody. Be back after this commercial break and a word from Bonehead Weekly.
Horror. Movie. Fans. 4. Life. On Facebook, find us. 4 watch parties. 4 news. 4 memes. 4 friends. 4 life. Horror movie fans for life. Join us.
Hey, this is Joe Lewis of Bonehead Weekly Scarefest fans, and I'm here to talk to you about the new Predator movie called Prey. It's a Hulu exclusive, and is it any good? Well, the answer is yes, it's very good. In fact, it's the 3rd best Predator film. Now, I've heard a lot of ruckus about Predator and how this is it may even be better than the first Predator. Well, let me tell you, it's not. Predator from 1987, directed by John McTiernan, with that all-star whatever cast of just macho testosterone, is one of the best 80s films of all time. It still holds up today. Go watch Predator. It's just as entertaining. A friend of mine that you all may know, Mick Strawn, had never seen Predator. He was too busy working and doing the cocaine during the 80s. And he missed it because he was actually working in Hollywood. And he had watched it a couple years ago. And he's, this is awesome. And I was like, yeah, Predator's awesome. How did you never see it? Because I was working. Because Mick Strawn's famous and I'm not. My second favorite Predator film is actually Predator 2. People forget that they make fun of it. It's a little uneven, but that movie's batshit crazy, has crazy violence. The Predator is awesome. The last third act with him and Danny Glover fighting all throughout the city, through apartment buildings and stuff. I just loved it. The gang war, that movie's violent as hell. Go back and watch Predator 2. It's really violent. It's still really violent. That being said, after you get past Predator and Predator 2, you get to Dan Trachtenberg's Prey. Now, what I like about Prey, it's a kind of an origin story, but it really isn't an origin story. It could be considered that way. It may be one of the first predators that has come to our world about 300 years ago to visit and kill some Comanches. And Naru, a skilled warrior, she tries to fight and protect her tribe against this evolved predator. And the thing is that what I like about it is some of the same technology it has is just like, for example, what we had a pistol 300 years ago is totally different than an AR-15 now. And they've just kind of brought it down. I really like the movie. It's great. Amber and Mid Thunder, she's actual Cherokee. She's in the movie. She's the star. Dakota Beavers, all these, I could just read the names, but they're really unknown. So what I loved about the movie is that not only can you watch it in English, they also shot the movie in Comanche. So you could watch it with subtitles in Comanche. I haven't done that yet. I'm going to do it. The Predator new look is cool. I really enjoyed what they did. I enjoyed what they did with the mask of, showing how it's devolved and how later when we meet the Predator in the first Predator, it's evolved back into that. It's a lot of fun. And I tell you, the damn dog steals the show. If you read, it's like, oh, the dog. Yeah. No, the dog is awesome. The dog is amazing. The dog's my favorite actor in the movie. Followed by Amber Midthunder, but the damn dog's awesome. Should you see Prey on Hulu? Of course. It's a lot of fun. If you haven't already watched it, check it out. I can't recommend it enough. Well, the only complaint I have about the movie is that some of the CGI and parts just isn't up to what you kind of see in some other stuff. A bigger budget film. This isn't a huge budget movie. If you're expecting all out violence and blood throughout, that's also not this kind of Predator film. It's a simplistic story that takes place 300 years ago about Comanches fighting off the Predator. Maybe his first time, maybe not their first time on Earth. And it's a lot of fun. I would never have pitched this movie. I don't know how Dan Trachtenberg got it made, but God bless him because this movie really works. I enjoyed it quite a bit. So check out Prey. It's a Predator movie on Hulu. This has been Joe Lewis of Bonehead Weekly.
And welcome back, everybody, to the last segment, the last few minutes of Scarefest TV for the evening. Now, Joe, of course, everybody, he liked Prey. I've been seeing going around on Facebook now, these ideas that people are having. Well, if you did that, why don't you go back to, like, feudal Japan and have the samurai, samurais, and I think they can milk this cow for a lot of years now, just doing prequels until you get back to caveman beating the predator with a stick. So I don't guess you've seen that yet either. I watched it. I saw it advertised and I watched it, and I agree. But now to put it in the top 3, it did not suck, but by any means. But I would not put it in the top 3. No,
like top 3, like what?
No, Predator movies. He said it's one like the 3rd best Predator. And a lot of people have said 2nd best. And of course, I can't even remember all of them. But I've watched most of them more than once, so I'm a fan. But I just wanted, he gave it a double thumbs up and said you gotta watch this. And okay, what do we need to talk about? Oh, the questions you had. Tony Todd cannot come to Scarefest this year because he has a film job during the month of October. Now, will he fit something in else some other weekend? Maybe. Who knows? I'm just telling you, when we checked, they said no, he's a filming engagement that should still be running on your weekend, and so no, he cannot commit to it.
We still have some loose ends on.
Now, okay. We do still have a few announcements of contracts, in other words, that come in. The names have come in from the agents. When we get the names from the agent, we send them out for the contracts, and then we're somewhere in that stage. So we do still have a couple more announcements to make. But here's what I'm thinking. Everybody in the chat room, I won't put this on Facebook, other than the video, but then they have to sit through the entire video to watch it. Here's the new rule. If you want to request a celebrity, we will do everything in our power to get that celebrity, but you get to pick whose cherry picks. And then we put you and the person that wants that celebrity in a cage, and we have a big cage fight between the two. And whoever wins that celebrity gets. You think I'm exaggerating? Brandon Griffith, the owner of Scarefest, went down to the center today to find out how much we can shift the floor to add a stars row, if you will, and another row of celebrities, because we completely overbooked the room we have. And so right now we're in the process. We're putting people out in the spine, not celebrities. We're not hard-hearted. We're not evil. But yes, we are actually having to put tables out in the spine, which we think is a good thing, because that'll give you something to do on Friday afternoon when you're standing around waiting to in the doors for the black carpet and Robert England's line. But yes, we are packed. This is a big. Brandon's original goal, which I knew was bullshit, by the way. I am on record saying it. His original goal was 30 to 40 celebrities. And I said, no. Because he's like a kid in a candy shop. But we have it. I think we have one of, if not the best lineup. It is the best lineup we've had. But mainly it's the most targeted lineup. So in other words, if you're a fan of Friday the 13th Part 3, it will be unusual to find a bigger list of stars from that movie. Now, I'm not saying there aren't more. I mean, somebody had to pick up trash on set. Somebody had to, do the catering. But we're with a few exceptions, we pretty well got the matrix, the billing. So, but yeah, it's at this point we've been turning away celebrities. I can tell you that. I've seen them, I've watched them do that, and I'm talking about names you would recognize. And And it's because even if we could fit them on a table, the other thing is we might just have to put them in a tent in the parking lot. So, because hotel rooms are getting scarce that weekend. Yeah, Eric. Yeah, just like Thunderdome. Yeah, it's the whole cage match. But I've always wanted to have the cojones to go on somebody's Facebook post when they're asking for that. Oh, and the other thing. Of course, Adrian just loves to prove me wrong. Everybody's, not everybody, a lot of people have been asking for different combinations of Robert England on photo ops with so-and-so. And I'm like, this guy has to go to his booth and sign autographs at some point. Now, based on his sales, yeah, we couldn't sell photo ops all week. But somebody might actually want to get these signed. And then fucking Adrian comes on and they just haven't announced one of his photo ops. It was in the post. Made me look stupid. But anyway, it happens. But anyway, that's the logic behind it. That's how you run a horror convention by the skin of your teeth. Next week, I should look that up during the break. I tell you what, I'm going to look it up right now. I'll tell you the movie. It'll be in there. My notifications from 2 days ago. But I have like the director and somebody else coming from Midas Cove. I thought of it before I saw it. I'm pulling it up, but I actually thought of it. The name of the movie is Midas Cove. And we have Patty Starr is coming. I do not know her connection to the movie. She might be in it. I don't know. But anyway, Patty Starr has brought this to us, and she'll be coming on with Ben. What are the names here? Oh. Ben and Brian. She has not even given me the names. She says Ben is a creator, writer, and producer, and Brian is a director. I gotta Google all this stuff to even get ready.
You got a week.
That's how we do things here. But yeah, that'll be next week's episode. Then the week after that
will be
Dave Schrader, I believe. No, wait, yeah.
No.
Yeah. I had to move. Okay, everybody, here's a little treat for you. Dave Schrader is going to be on the first Friday of September, which is normally my council episode. That was the only date he said he could do it.
Gotcha, so you moved the council to the
I'm moving the council to the 9th because screw everybody else's plans. I wanted Dave Schrader on the show.
Awesome.
And then I don't have no idea what I'm doing. Just so you know. Okay, Claire, thank you again for coming on 2 weeks in a row. Not many hosts other than Chad Harlan do I find attractive and talented enough to do 2 weeks in a row. But,
well, thanks for having me.
I
had a blast.
Well, I figured if between the 2 episodes, you probably got one good episode.
Exactly. I'm like, I had to come on today to make a little bit of a comeback, even if I'm a little sick.
And now, are you going to be able to come Sunday?
Probably not. I mean, maybe Zoom. Maybe I could like virtually tune in.
Pretty damn email. Shit. I go to all that trouble to send out an email.
I know. Well, because I was technically there at the last meeting, and then I got disconnected.
Oh.
So, yeah. I was like,
this one is not the end all be all meeting. And next month, I'm going to start poking in those skits. We do talk about important stuff. But anyway, everybody, this has been Scarefest TV. Thanks for sitting in with us. Thank you for to our speakers. Sorry for the handful that could not get approved, and basically, wasn't that you weren't there, it's that the math is against it. We only had one speaker area, and we only could handle so many. In the old days, I would have loved to take it out because we used to have 4, 5, 6 speaker rooms. Brandon didn't spend the money. So tagging Brandon Griffin. He's tagging at Brandon Griffin. But anyway, we do have a great lineup coming this year, and it's a good first batch of topics, and I'm looking forward to seeing everybody there. Congratulations once again. Have a great week, and we'll see you next week.